When we talk about peptide research, everything starts with trust. Trust that the peptide you're working with is exactly what you designed. In 2025, peptide characterization is no longer a supporting step. It's the foundation of credible science. This guide is designed for researchers and scientists who want to confidently answer three essential questions. Is my peptide real? Is it pure? And can I rely on it across experiments? Over the next few minutes, we'll walk through how to identify reliable peptide characterization services in the United States, so your research stands on solid ground from day one. Peptide characterization isn't just a technical formality, it's your scientific insurance policy. Every experiment you run depends on knowing whether the peptide is correct, whether it's pure, and whether it behaves consistently over time. Characterization verifies sequence integrity and molecular weight, identifies impurities or degradation products, and ensures reproducibility from batch to batch. In 2025, journals, regulators, and funding agencies expect complete analytical transparency. If your peptide data can't withstand scrutiny, neither can your conclusions, no matter how promising the biology looks. A reliable peptide characterization provider does far more than run an HPLC trace. In 2025, reliability means using orthogonal methods, multiple analytical techniques that independently confirm the same result. It also means full transparency, access to raw data, not just polished summary reports. Equally important is how anomalies are handled. Unexpected results should be explained clearly, not ignored or hidden. And for clinical or regulated research, data traceability and validated methods are essential. The key insight here is simple. Reliable labs don't rush you, they educate you. At the core of peptide characterization are three essential analytical tools. Mass spectrometry confirms molecular weight, verifies sequence integrity, and detects modifications. Analytical HPLC, or UPLC, assesses purity, identifies impurities, and monitors degradation. Amino acid analysis verifies absolute composition and confirms sequence accuracy. For advanced applications, techniques like MS/MS sequencing, peptide mapping, and stability studies become critical. If a lab can't clearly explain why a method is used or what its limitations are, that's a red flag you should never ignore. Even experienced researchers make mistakes when choosing characterization services. One of the most common is selecting a provider based on price alone. Low-cost services often skip confirmatory methods, creating false confidence in peptide identity. Another mistake is ignoring sample handling. Peptides are fragile, and improper storage or transport can completely change your results. Finally, many researchers skip asking for method details, making future reproducibility impossible. The best characterization services take the time to explain their methods, ensuring you truly understand your data. In the United States, peptide characterization services generally fall into three categories. Academic core facilities are affordable and credible, but often slow and limited in scope. They're best for basic needs. Contract research organizations offer scalability, regulatory alignment, and structured quality systems, but can be costly for smaller projects. Specialized peptide companies excel at complex sequences, modified peptides, and fast turnaround, with strong technical support. Choosing the right partner depends on your project's speed, complexity, and regulatory requirements. Before sending your peptide to any lab, asking the right questions can save weeks of delay. Ask what instrument models are used and whether they're validated and calibrated. Confirm that both raw and process data will be provided. Raw data enables independent verification. For difficult peptides, ask how hydrophobic or unstable sequences are handled. And finally, understand repeatability and error margins so you know how precise the measurements really are. A reliable lab will answer these questions clearly and confidently. In peptide characterization, speed always comes with trade-offs. In 2025, high-quality characterization typically requires 5 to 10 business days. Rush services do exist, but they often compromise validation and data depth. While quality data costs more upfront, it saves exponentially more time and resources downstream. If a lab promises overnight results for complex peptides, ask how. Fast without validation is risky and often dangerous for your research. The best peptide characterization service is the one aligned with your end goal, not just your budget. For publishing, comprehensive documentation and data traceability are essential. For preclinical studies, batch-to-batch reproducibility and consistent quality matter most. For manufacturing, scalability, method transferability, and GMP alignment are critical. Matching your characterization service to your application ensures your data supports your long-term scientific objectives. At its core, peptide characterization isn't just about data, it's about confidence. Confidence in your experiments, confidence in your conclusions, and confidence when your work is challenged. That confidence comes from transparency, technical depth, and scientific integrity. The best science is built on results you can trust. Choose a peptide characterization partner who shares your commitment to excellence, because assumptions have no place in serious research.